Hey, what's up everybody? Alan Tyler here on Easter Sunday. Actually, we had a nice brunch this morning with the family, but today is also the day after my first triathlon, sprint triathlon. I did the Siskiyou Sprint down in Grants Pass, Oregon, just yesterday morning. Finished with a time of 1 hour and 42 minutes and a couple of seconds. I'm still actually waiting to log online to see the final results for all of that. But as sort of for me and as a reference for me in the future and for you, I wanted to go through the gear that got me through the day. What was it that I wore and used for each event through it to have to look back on, and just what worked for me that day. So I'll go through kind of each event as is, plenty of the things I actually used all the way through. Well, the swimsuit in particular, I used all the way through because I didn't take it off. So just a reminder, triathlon is swim, bike, and then run in that order. So let's begin. The first thing I wore, I had board shorts on. I didn't have a fancy swimsuit or tri-suit or anything like that. These are Hurley board shorts. It's my favorite pair of board shorts, actually. And then I wore a Speedo swim cap for my head. Just kind of, I've got a lot of hair. So I was actually amazed. I'd never worn one of these before. They are like super stretchy. And then obviously goggles, needed that for the swim. These are Barracudas, but I guess these are like a really top of the line goggle. And then during the swim and then during the timing for the biking and the swimming, we had like an ankle bracelet for our timing chip. So then finished that up, got out of the pool and jogged over to the transition, jogged out of the pool building into the transition area, which was outside where I'd already had my stuff set up. And it was really cold. I thought it was going to be warmer by the time we got out there, but I saw a sign once I started biking that it was 37 degrees. So not only getting out of the pool, you're still wet. It's 37 degrees, like it's pretty cold. But I used 2 towels. These are both pretty small towels. One's it's actually a Gatorade branded towel. They're the same size, but they're not enormous. It's not like a full bath towel or a beach towel or anything, but I laid one down to have just to stand on as I was kind of drying off with the other one. And then I put on this t-shirt. This is actually a Columbia Sportswear Omniwick shirt, and then wore another thing from Columbia, REI, Northwest brand. Just a quarter zip. I think this is polyester. Yeah, 100% polyester. Just quarter zip, long sleeve shirt. And then prior to the event, I'd used safety pins and put my bib number on here, so that then when I got out of the pool and I was getting ready to bike, I could just throw this on and not have to attach the bib then. And I don't actually remember where I read this tip and does, but anyways, I read it on the internet somewhere that apparently it's sort of a tip to crumple your bib number a little bit before you actually put it on, and then it flaps around less when you're actually running and biking. So I don't know if that's true or not, but I did it and I tried it and I didn't notice it flapping at all, so could be something to continue using. Socks, I don't have like biking shoes or anything, so for socks I just wore these are called Features with an exclamation point and spelled like feet. And then same thing again, I don't have biking shoes, so I just wore my running shoes. These are Saucony, I don't know how to pronounce it, but that's their label on the side. They're the Kinvara 3. They're a pretty minimal drop shoe. I think it's like a 4 millimeter drop, heel to toe. These are definitely pretty worn through. The most recent activity I had with these was actually hiking around with my buddy Scott, in Volcano National Park on the Big Island in Hawaii, and these definitely got pretty torn up. You can kind of see it's definitely got some holes ripping through the fabric. The structural integrity is still there, but the reality is it's probably time to make these just a yard work shoe. And then on my head for biking, this is just my kind of generic biking helmet, Gyro, I honestly don't know how to pronounce it. Just kind of straight up bike helmet. And then sunglasses, I wore these. I put the helmet on and then I put the sunglasses on. These are by Kavu, outdoor brand. This is called the UB UB. I don't know if you can see it. It says UB. This side says UB looking good. They fit me really well. They have the right kind of coverage, but they don't pinch, they don't pull, they're not tight. I don't get tired of wearing them. They're not too dark, but they block enough light. They're polarized. And then on the bike, I had my water bottle, Camelback Podium Big Chill. It's just like an insulated squeezy bottle. And then the bike itself is I didn't bring it up here into my room, Trek brand. It's called the 8.3 DS. Again, bought that in, I think, 2012. It's a hybrid bike, so hybrid between road bike and mountain bike. So it's got front suspension, maybe I can even throw a picture on. Suspension on the front, but I can lock that out so that it isn't squeezing the whole time, because you can actually lose a lot of energy and efficiency that way. And tires that are kind of in between, like road bike thin and mountain bike thick. So they're really kind of halfway in between that size, and like a little bit knobby, so they got a little bit of grip, but not like super knobby, so you can ride it on the streets. And then finished up the bike ride, hopped off the bike. Basically, I took my sunglasses off, took the helmet off, and then put my sunglasses back on, and then I was ready to go running. I didn't need to change shoes or any other gear after that. Oh, and I had gloves on. Where's the gloves? I wore these gloves from Planet Bike. I think my family got these for me for Christmas a while ago when I was kind of riding in the early spring, late winter, and it was really cold. So these are kind of cool. It's a 3, like your pinky and ring finger go in this pocket, and then middle finger and pointer finger, and then the thumb over there, with a little extra padding on the grips for the bike. And then I actually kept these on when I was running. Again, it was chilly outside, and again, my hands, something that I'm not necessarily using a lot while I'm running, I like to be able to keep them a little bit warm. It's just a preference of mine. And then, yeah, for the run, I had all that same gear on except the helmet, and did the run from there. I didn't put in headphones or have music or anything like that. I didn't even have a watch on. And then the only other thing that I had was in my kind of transition setup area, I just carried all my stuff in this actually like Home Depot reusable shopping bag. It's really nice and big and stretchy, so I was able to put all of that stuff just into here, and then take this with my bike to the transition area back and forth. I saw other people that had they would have a bucket of all their stuff. Lots of people just had backpacks or bags. So the only other thing that I might have done differently clothing-wise for this event was I was really cold. My legs, particularly my knees and my ankles and my feet, were really cold during that bike ride because it was so cold outside. It wasn't particularly windy, but with the riding, you're kind of moving through the air that cools it off. Once I got running, the sun came out a little bit, so I warmed up, and I was using those joints a little bit more so they didn't get as cold. But if I knew that it was going to be that cold again, I might try to have some kind of pants on, sweatpants or biking pants or spandex or something like that on my legs to help keep my knees and ankles a little bit warmer during the bike ride. But other than that was the gear that got me through, and I would be happy to use all of that again.